Gate Enterprise are known as one of the best manufacturers of airsoft electronics and parts in the world, making everything from MOSFETs to triggers to gearbox parts and HPA engines. And they've even been known to collaborate on a rifle or two. We've seen it with stuff like the Avalon series from VFC, where those guns come with Gate Asters pre-installed. But in 2025, Gate have taken that to the next level with their new collaboration with Arcturus. Well, on paper, these things are very exciting. Let's take a closer look at them. Now, I mentioned it at the start of the video, Gate Enterprise has a solid reputation in the world of airsoft. Simply put, they're just one of those brands where every time they release a new product, there's no issues with it. They've never had a bad launch of anything. They've got that solid reputation. Everything just works from Gate. We've been installing their HPA engines, MOSFETs, triggers, gearbox parts, and more for years now. So when we heard that they were collaborating with Arcturus on a rifle, we got very excited. And here it is, the Trinity Armament series. This is the first time we've stocked any Arcturus rifles, but they are great quality. We've heard very good things about them in general. Arcturus only being about 8 years old, they're still a relatively new brand to the world of airsoft, but they've collaborated with Gate on this series of M4 rifles, and they'll show you to you now. They come in two different variations, AEG and HPA, and they come in 3 lengths. We've got the shortest rifle, the 7.9 inch, the mid-size rifle with the 11.5 inch barrel, and we've got the big boy with the 15.3 inch barrel. Almost as big as mine, that.
Stop the cap.
And as we mentioned, each of those lengths also come in a HPA variant as well. But apart from being able to buy it as an AEG or HPA straight out of the box, what makes these things special? What's unique about them? Well, actually, there's quite a lot, and it's very exciting the amount of stuff you get included with the Trinity Armament series. Let's just move this thing along and take a closer look at the gun itself and what you get included for your money. So simply put, the biggest selling point of the Trinity Armament series is that not only are you getting a good quality Arcturus M4 rifle, which is a polymer and metal mix, you're also getting a ton of Gate electronics and upgrade parts pre-installed out of the box. In fact, no other gun in history has shipped with this many Gate parts already pre-installed inside of the gun, and the amount you get included for your money is pretty impressive. The Trinity Armament AEG series are $499.95 each for all 3 lengths, but included with that, you've got £220 worth of Gate upgrades pre-installed. We'll go over each of the upgrades specifically in a minute, but that includes a Titan II MOSFET installed in there. So yes, it does have a £500 price tag, but it's the equivalent of buying a £280 rifle and then shoving £220 worth of internal upgrades in it yourself, but without having to do any of the work, or even worse, having to pay somebody else to do the work for you. All of the parts come pre-installed and they're all tested and calibrated before they come to you, so you know that this thing will be shooting perfectly straight out of the box. And believe it or not, the HPA variant is actually even better value. So these things are $749.95 each. That goes for all 3 of the variants, just like the AEGs. So that's £5 cheaper than a Wolverine tactical 10-inch MTW. But including that, you get £485 worth of Gate parts installed in this thing, including a Pulsar D HPA engine in the Titan II MOSFET. So it's £485 worth of parts. That's the equivalent of buying a £265 rifle and then HPAing yourself and adding upgrades into it. So when you break down the actual cost of what you get included with that price packet, it's really not that bad at all. So that's a good quality rifle from a well-respected brand, filled with Gate upgrades and filled with one of the best HPA engines in the world, all for 750 quid. When you break down how much it costs to HPA a normal rifle anyway, that's not a bad deal at all. But let's drill down specifically what you get included for your money with the AEG variant. So the rifle itself, made by Arcturus, is a polymer and metal mix with an aluminium handguard and receiver and polymer stock and grip. Visually, it's a pretty standard M4. I really like the detailing on the grip here. It's nice and comfortable to hold, but I think it looks really good as well. I do like the adjustable stock that you get included with the Trinity Armament series made by Arcturus. Even the design on this M-lock rail I think is really nice. I like the detail on it. I think it's a good looking gun. I mean, it's still an M40, so it's not breaking any new grounds, but I think it's a solid, visually impressive rifle that is built solid. You can feel the quality on these things. You can feel that this thing isn't going to snap in half. That is a solid build. Really like the quality of these things on the outside, but it's on the inside where they get really interesting. But before we detail the internals of this thing, I just want to take a closer look at the magazine that you get included. This is Arcturus's EMM series magazine. As you might be able to see on camera, it's actually got a BB window on there, so you can see how much ammo you've got remaining, just like PTS EPM1, which I think is a really great feature. These things hold up to 130 rounds, but you can do, it is a variable, so you can cap it off at 30 rounds if you want a more realistic experience. Visually, I think these are really nice, although most players are just going to get a PTS or an Amarok mag to stick in there instead. But I think for an out-of-the-box magazine, I think this is really good. I like that they've included a BB window. It's not quite a rare thing, apart from on the EPM1 series that you see in Airsoft. I like the detail on it. It's got a nice grip to it. Yeah, really solid stuff from Arcturus. But enough about that, let's go into what you get included inside this beast. So as we mentioned, in both the AEG and HPA variants, all Trinity Armament guns come with a Gate Titan II programmable MOSFET pre-installed worth £132. This is arguably the best MOSFET on the market today. The Titan series has been the industry standard for several years now. They brought out the Titan II about 2 years ago to improve on the Titan series, so you can't get much better than a Titan II. This thing allows you to shoot your gun however you want to shoot it. With the Titan II pre-installed, you can program your gun from your phone to shoot how you want it to shoot. It's got probably the most detailed customization for trigger pull of any MOSFET, with 50 different sensitivity levels for the first millimeter of pull alone, so you can get this thing to be as sensitive or unsensitive as you want it to be. Straight out of the box, you can configure different firing modes with the Trinity. Straight out of the box, you can configure different firing modes for the Alpha series, whether that be binary trigger, burst mode, etc. And that applies to both the AEG and HPA guns as well. The Titan II MOSFET is so precise that it's actually got a patented gear system installed into it, which is the only MOSFET in the world to have this. This means that it actually detects every single tooth of a gear, as well as the direction of gear movement, which allows for extremely precise cycle control. Simply put, it's accurate as fuck. It's got a built-in voltage bulk converter, so if your gun gets really cold, you're not going to see a loss of power. And best of all, it connects to your phone via the Gate app. You can even connect it to your smartwatch as well for in-game updates. So from your phone, you can make adjustments to the gun itself. You can also get statistics for the gun, and if you're wearing a smartwatch, it'll actually tell you how many BBs you've got left inside your magazine, and you can even use it as a remote trigger as well. So if you're already a smartwatch user, I think being able to see how much ammo you've got left in your magazine is a fantastic feature of the Titan II. Now obviously this isn't exclusive to the Trinity Armament Alpha series. You can install these in AEG and HPA guns yourself. Shop at bztactical.co.uk. Or if you're not confident enough installing it yourself, contact the BZ Tech Centre. But that's not all. There are still plenty of other Gate goodies inside of this thing that we need to talk about, starting with the £30 Nova trigger on there. Very smooth, very high quality CNC aluminium trigger with a lovely pull that, as we already said, you can adjust to meet your criteria, shall we say. Inside here, we've also got a Gate piston head, cylinder head, and sealed nozzle for increased performance. Gate say that these upgrades will ensure FPS consistency. You won't see a drop, you won't suffer from mid-cat syndrome. And finally, it also comes with a Gate magazine and bolt catch sensor installed as well. This makes the reloading process a lot more realistic. When you put a magazine into the gun, you have to hit the bolt catch in order to start firing again, just like with a real gun. Another cool feature with this is that you can actually program a manual magazine capacity limit. So say you've got a 250 round mid-cap inside your Alpha series gun, either an EPM1 or an Amarok 250, but you want to limit it to 30 rounds only. That would mean you'd have to manually load 30 rounds into it yourself to ensure that you're not going over that limit. But with the system that's installed on the Alpha series, you can manually set it yourself. So you can put all 250 rounds into the magazine, but the gun will know to stop firing as soon as you've done those 30 rounds. Then you just reset. You don't have to reload the gun, so you still have 220 rounds still in there. So rather than refilling the gun every time you hit that 30 round limit. You just reset the counter and then you're ready to go again. Pretty cool feature. Not every player is going to be want to use that, but I think the more cool features into one gun, the better. And considering this thing is 500 quid, that's a fantastic set of features, I think. I'm really impressed by what you get included with the Trinity Armament AEG series. Not only that, Arcturus has put a 13-1 steel C&C gear set in there and a high torque motor, as well as a quick change spring system. And in case you're wondering, this thing takes 11.1 volt LiPos straight out of the box. But what about the HPA version? So with the HPA version, you get all of those premium features included, as well as one of the best HPA engines on the planet. So all of those programmable options that we just mentioned there, the trigger sensitivity, the manual magazine limits, etc., everything you get on the AEG version, you also get in the HPA version as well. But inside of here, you've also got one of the best HPA engines in the world, the Gate Pulsar D, the dual solenoid version of their HPA engine. So that's £485 worth of gate upgrades, pre-installed, already calibrated, so you know that you don't need to mess about with this thing. You can take it out of the box, fill it with BBs, put a HPA 7.4 volt battery inside of this thing, and you can start shooting, and it should be absolutely fantastic. The good thing about the Trinity Armament series is that with the Gate Pulsar D installed, you can set this thing to go up to 650 FPS with different firing modes. So say you want to run this thing as a CQB beast with the smaller version, you can. Or if you want to turn the 15.3 absolute massive boy into like a sniper or a DMR build, that is possible very easily with this system. The Gate Pulsar D has a dual solenoid and closed bolt system, meaning it is extremely accurate and consistent. According to Gate, you won't see an FPS drop when moving up to full auto with the Pulsar D, claiming that it can go up to 40 RPS without seeing any FPS dropping. And apart from that, the construction of the HPA models is exactly the same. The externals are exactly the same. They look the same, obviously, without the HPA line hanging out the bottom for the AEG versions. And it's still got the quick change spring system, all of the Arcturus internals as well. So you're getting a really good quality gun there for like £265 equivalent with £485 worth of HPA internals and programmable MOSFET, all that stuff. So £750, about the same price as a tactical 10-inch MTW. This is a strong contender for one of the best out-of-the-box HPA guns, but we are going to have to test it for ourselves on our 50-meter indoor target range and see how this thing holds up. But before we put these things to the test, let's show you what else you get included in the box. So first up, always appreciated, you get a Trinity Armament patch included, and with the HPA versions, you get a Gate Pulsar patch included as well. You get a pair of flip-up sights included with each gun. You get your unjamming rod, your cleaning rod included, and along with the user manual and a pin to register this thing to the Gate app. You actually get a certificate of quality included from Gate, which states that they've actually calibrated this thing. They've shot tested it as well. You can see that they've done the FPS for you, so you know that out of the box this thing should be shooting well. So let's take the mid-size AEG and HPA versions of the Trinity Armament Alpha series and put them to the test. Right, time for a quick chrono test. We're going to be chronoing the HPA version first using 0.2 gram Rebel BB, so we want to be under 350 FPS. Before I do that though, I just want to show you how you put the battery in one of these things. That was a nice little feature. You've got a twist cap on the end of the stock there. You just twist it once, and you pull down, and then there's the entry for the battery. So with this being a HPA gun, we have put a 7.4 GST Rebel Precision HPA battery, but it does actually come with a Dean's connector converter included, so you can use 7.4 Dean's LiPo batteries as well. I'm trashing the place here. Let me just stick that back on, put it in semi, and let's do a few shots through the chrono. So we've got 342.9, 340.9, and 341.7. Very consistent straight out of the box. That's on 75 PSI, right where we want it to be. Let's give this thing a proper shoot, guys. Right, let's give the HPA version a quick shoot. So I've not touched anything out of the box. I've not done any adjustments other than the FPS. even without the sights on, it does come with flip-up sights in the box that you can attach yourself, but even without an optic or any sights on, I can shoot targets with this thing with absolutely no problem whatsoever. This thing is so accurate out of the box. It's fantastic. And then even if I slip it up to full auto, that is a straight beam all the way down. Usually with a lot of out of the box guns, you can see it dipping towards the end. We've got a 45 meter range here. You can see it dipping at the end. This is just traveling all the way. It's absolute laser beams. I would say you probably do want to upgrade from the 130 round mag capacity and go up to like a 250 maybe, or a 220. Get 220 round mags here for £19, or 250 rounds starting from 30. So you probably do want to upgrade to a higher mag capacity with these things, especially if it's a HPA version. But my God, this thing is fun to shoot. I love it. Let's try the AEG version. Right, just a quick note here, guys. We did chrono one of the AEG versions of the gun, and this was shooting very hot out of the box, around 390 to 395 FPS. So we haven't included the chrono in the video. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we don't have time to do this before we actually need to put the video out. But please note that all of these AEGs they'll have the spring swapped out to a UK limit spring. So by the time that customers receive these things, they won't be shooting hot. We just didn't have time to do that before we had to go away and edit the video. So sorry about that, guys, but these are shooting really, really nice out of the box. And by the time these get to you, they will be under 350 FPS. Right, time to shoot the AEG version. I'm not gonna make any adjustments to it. I'm not gonna do any of the trigger sensitivity, not touching any of that stuff with the official Gate app. I've just picked it up straight out of the box and I'm gonna give it a shoot and see how it feels. So that has a nice sound to it. It's very springy, I think is probably the right way of saying it. It's not got recoil, but there's a judder to it. You can really feel this thing shoot. It's quite satisfying, actually. I'll stick it on full auto and see what that's like. See, I don't know if you can like see this on camera, but it's like really vibrating. It's really vibrating against my shoulder. When you shoot this thing, you know you're shooting it. There's a satisfying sound, there's a satisfying feel to it. And just like the HPA version, this thing is accurate. Like, I've run out of BBs there. So again, probably want to upgrade to a higher capacity mag than 130, but that thing is accurate straight out of the box. When we said earlier, the whole point of these things is that they're fully upgraded already. You don't need to make adjustments to it. Other than adjusting your hop for your BB weight, I really don't think you're gonna need to make any changes to these things. So that was the Trinity Armament Alpha Series by Gate and Arcturus. What did you think of these things, guys? What are your first impressions? Do you think they're worth the cost? Love to know. Let us know in the comments what you think. My 2 pence on this is, after shooting them and feeling them and looking at all the features, I'll start with the AEG version. This is a £500 gun. Is it worth £500? Does it feel like a £500 gun? The answer to me is yes, definitely. Considering it's got the 220 quid worth of Gate upgrades already installed in there. You've already got a high-end MOSFET inside there, so you can customize it to the nth degree. That is fantastic. But as well, just picking up, feeling it, you can feel the build quality of these things. It feels like a solid, good quality gun. First time ever handling an Arcturus gun. I'm very impressed by them. I think they do a fantastic job with these things. And shooting that thing is absolutely laser straight out of the box. No adjustments needed. Just need to do your hop for your different weights. But honestly, very, very impressed. One of the best out of the box shooting experiences for an AEG I've ever had. You'd hope so at that price and given the companies that have worked on this thing. But yeah, very impressed by that. If you're looking for a high-end AEG, I think that would be absolutely worth £500. Moving on to the HPA version, this is £750, but again, it's got £485 worth of Gate products already installed into it. You've got that Pulsar D HPA engine, got the Titan 2 MOSFET, so it's extremely customizable, and again, shooting lasers. Really easy to use. Like, Some guns, you get it, you put it in together and you're like, right, why is that not working? I need to adjust this, I need to do that. Right, oh, it's not shooting quite right, I need to do this. They literally put BBs in and put a power source into them, started shooting, they were absolutely fantastic. Honest, genuinely one of the best out-of-the-box shooting experiences I've ever had doing videos for this channel. You can consider that this is £5 cheaper compared to a MTW Tactical 10-inch. Is it on par with the Wolverine? I'd say yes, it definitely is. So if you're looking for an out-of-the-box HPA gun, Arcturus and Gate have just brought out a fantastic new option. This is going to compete with any MTW, I think. MTWs are absolutely fantastic. They're kind of like the gold standard for affordable out-of-the-box HPA guns, and they've absolutely smashed it. They're on that level. As I said, this, if you take out all the HPA stuff that's included in this, it's essentially a £265 gun. So yes, 750 quid for an Airsoft toy is quite a lot, but when you break it down, compare it to other HPA guns, compare how much building your own HPA rifle is, it's not a bad value at all. Very impressed by the Trinity Armament series from Arcturus and Gate. One of the most positive review videos we've ever done on this channel. But again, what do you guys think? Do let us know in the comments. And what do you want to see us review next? We've got some new stuff coming in the works. We've got BZ Fest June 14th, please join us for that. We've just had a load of new stuff in from Gate as well, as along with these rifles, got the new Tactica trigger system and some new G5 smart engines, loads of stuff coming in, and some more, even more stuff to come in the future. So do let us know what videos do you want to see from BZ in the future. Head to that comment section and remember to like this video, subscribe to BZ for more Airsoft content like this, shop online at bztactical.co.uk, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.